and the latest in television technology. We're building tomorrow's memories today, right here on NBC.
Today, it's a college basketball doubleheader. In the first game, it's Villanova at Maryland, the Big East against the ACC. Then, it's Indiana and Illinois. It's Jim Valvano's broadcast debut. While some of you will see Georgia Tech against the Tar Heels of North Carolina. Then, on Sports World from Italy, Rocky Lockridge defends his title.
Patience, let's have some fun. Number one, 61 is the number. Let's get the ball reversals. One-shot game on the defense. High, low, get inside. What do you say? Go!
Last-minute instructions from Rolly Massimino. The Villanova Wildcats are 13-3, and here come the Maryland Terrapins. They are 5 wins away from Lefty Driesell, their coach's 500th major collegiate victory. They take the floor at Cole Fieldhouse in a big intersectional match. The Big East, Villanova against Maryland of the ACC.
The best of college basketball. Today from Cole Fieldhouse in College Park, Maryland, it's the Villanova Wildcats versus the Maryland Terrapins. Today's game is brought to you by Exceptionally Smooth Michelob. Where you're going, it's Michelob. By Nissan, we're changing our name from Datsun to Nissan. Known for high-quality cars and trucks, Datsun is now Nissan. By Express Mail Service from the Post Office, we deliver excellence for less. And by Kemper and the independent insurance agents who represent us. For all of your insurance needs, ride with Kemper.
$14,500 strong, a sellout here at Cole Fieldhouse on the campus of the University of Maryland. 2 of the top teams in the country. Villanova from the Big East, 13-3. 2 of their 3 losses in overtime. Maryland is 15-5. Their 5 defeats by a total of only 10 points. Hello, everyone. Dick Enberg with Al McGuire, and indeed 2 top teams and 2 of the nation's top conferences.
The outstanding ball clubs. Either one of these 2 teams could be in the Final Four in late March. The conferences, 1-2 in the country. I picked the ACC over the Big East, and I'll tell you why, Dick. You got to go the laundry list all the way down on neutral court with neutral officials, and here we go.
All right, based on their record this season, here they are, top to bottom, and Al McGuire picks the matchups. North Carolina currently leading the ACC against St. John's.
St. John's big.
Big, Maryland, and we've got Georgetown.
Georgetown will take care of Maryland.
Georgia Tech and Villanova.
I take the Cats to beat Georgia Tech in a cliffhanger.
You got Big East all the way so far. How about Wake Forest and Syracuse?
I've got to go in this one here. I got to go to Syracuse.
All right, how about Duke and BC?
Duke will beat BC. North Carolina State will smother Pittsburgh. Clemson will absolutely run away from Providence, and Virginia can handle Connecticut. Now the difference is this, Dick. It's 4-4, but the whole 8 teams in the ACC could beat Seton Hall. So the edge goes to the ACC.
So based on top to bottom, even though you at the tops of the conferences you give the strength to the Big East because you have to go all the way through the top 8 or 9 teams in the conference, you like the ACC as the best all-around conference.
If you're going to rate a conference, Dick, it has to be from top to bottom all the way. And one of the problems in the Big East is the bottom 3 or 4 teams are having a very difficult job, and I don't see any light down the tunnel for them 2 or 3 years.
Well, we have 2 of the top teams at the tops of their respective conferences. Villanova from the Big East matched against the Terrapins of Maryland from the ACC. The lineups in a moment. University of Maryland campus, Cole Fieldhouse. We're ready now for the introduction of the starting lineups.
Introduction now.
When you tap me, I think I'm on the air. I guess we are on the air. So now the introduction of the starting lineups.
Game featuring the Wildcats of Villanova and the University of Maryland Terrapins. And now introducing the starting lineup for this afternoon's game. First for the Villanova Wildcats. At forward, number 21, 6'7" junior from Mystic, Connecticut, Harold Presley. At forward, number 33, 6'6" senior from Worcester, Massachusetts, Wayne McLean. At center, number 54, 6'9½" senior from the Bronx, New York, Ed Pinckney. At guard, number 4, 6'2" junior from Patterson, New Jersey, Dwight Wilbur.
He's getting more confidence in his outside shot.
Senior, Hempstead, New York, Gary McLean.
Gary's the cat that gets the engine purring.
Massimino. And now introducing the University of Maryland Terrapins. At forward, number 34, 6'8" junior from Landover, Maryland, Len Bias.
Spectacular.
Forward, number 41, 6'6" junior from Oak Hill, West Virginia, Tom Jones. At center, number 33, 6'7" freshman from Temple Hills, Maryland, Derek Lewis. At guard, number 3, 6'5" sophomore from Grimesland, North Carolina, Keith Gatlin. At guard, number 24, 6'8" senior from Largo, Maryland, Adrian Brandt.
Had a bad game against Notre Dame. He never has them back-to-back, so watch out.
So two of the most talented teams in the country, the University of Maryland and Villanova University, ready to do battle here in College Park, Maryland. Paparo, Pavia, and Frame. Paparo from Syracuse, employed by the city there. Pavia from Rochester and from Norfolk, Virginia. Mr. Frame ready to work the whistle. Lefty Drizel and Rolly Massimino, two of the colorful coaches in the game. Just watching them on the sideline should be part of the fun. The Wildcats 13-3. As we said, 3 of their losses, of their 3, 2 in overtime. They've lost to Georgia and Georgetown in overtime, also to St. John's by 5. A talented front 5, perhaps not with the depth that Maryland possesses. The Terrapins are 15-5, but the 5 losses by only a total of 10 points. Bias and Branch, double-powered unit that both average up around 19 points a game. 45-second clock will be in use throughout the entire contest. Maryland a bit late breaking from their coach Drizel, who is now here in his 16th year at the University of Maryland. The Terrapin program, very rarely do they have good teams down through the years, but since Drizel arrived, they've been consistent 20-game winners. And Villanova under Massimino in his 12th year. He too has taken his Wildcats to postseason play year after year. Not a bad team on the road, 3-1. The first time in history these two universities have met in basketball.
And Dick, neither team has a true center. They're playing with power forwards at the center position.
Who are the two key players, do you think, in this one?
Bias and Pinckney. Whoever has the hot hand will win the game. These teams match up perfect.
Len Bias, number 34, the leading scorer for Maryland. Ed Pinckney, number 54, top scorer for Villanova. Dwight Wilbur on this side takes the 20-footer. Rebound to Jones, ahead to Gatlin. Branch settles him down.
One of the many Villanova zones you'll see today. 2-1-2. They'll shade Branch every time he touches the ball.
Branch with Bias 34 on the other side of the court. Here's Len Bias. Rebound out to Presley. Pinckney one-on-one against Gatlin. Pinckney follows his own missed shot, and Villanova leads 2-0. There are a few Wildcat fans across the way. How'd they get in here? Must be about 100 students here to cheer for their Villanova players.
Slight pressure up court. So giving pressure, 1-2-2. Then they settle back. Let's see what they're settling into. This time a 1-2-2 zone.
Speedy Jones, a junior college transfer, almost intercepted by McLean. On the baseline was Bias, out of bounds to Villanova.
What Maryland has to do every time down, if they don't have a fast break and it's not a transition game, they must stop and analyze what defense they're into.
And Rolly Massimino promised there would be more than a dozen different defenses he would throw at Maryland today.
At least a baker's dozen. Man to man.
Now to to Harold Presley for the 17-footer. Pinckney with a rebound. He leads the club in boards with 9.5 a game. Wilbur inside. And traveling against Presley. Nicknamed Kaz. Massimino, you just saw, signaling the defense he wants the Wildcats to employ this trip down. A little pressure at midcourt.
Trap, midcourt, there's a trap. There's the trap, then they settle right back into almost a postage stamp zone.
2 minutes played. Maryland looking for its first basket. And Branch can't connect, but Jones there to knock it home. Speedy Jones, junior from Oak Hill, West Virginia. 2 minutes, 15 seconds gone. This is the kind of matchup we well could see in the NCAA tournament late in the tournament. Two quality teams.
Both teams have maturity, which is so important in college, especially Villanova with 3 seniors.
Wilbur inside to Pinckney, and a foul on number 33, Derek Lewis. Let's go back to the Maryland basket.
Well, it's a missed shot here, I believe. That's right. But then Jones moves in, just plays it off the window. Aggressiveness on the offensive board is the key to baseline men scoring.
Pinckney, the senior from Bronx, New York, misses the first of 2. He's averaging just under 16 points a game. Not a bad free throw shooter, over 77%. And it's 3-2, Cats.
Now to analyze the defense. They should be able to set up okay this time. Move Lewis to the foul line, which will break up that zone. Hit it into the middle.
Bias with McLean, and a slapping foul on Dwayne McLean.
The game plan is to shut down Bias and shut down Branch. Rowley doesn't believe the other 3 guys can beat you.
Digger Phelps and Notre Dame yesterday thought they could beat Maryland by doing that, and Gatlin had a great game outside. Here's Gatlin with the ball now. 6'5", slender sophomore guard.
They'll still make him prove his shot from outside.
There it is. And it goes to Pinckney of Villanova. 3-2, Villanova.
Now the next time down that Gatlin has an outside shot, his tendency will not to take it because he missed his first one.
Open in the corner is Dwight Wilbur.
He can shoot.
5-2 Villanova on Wilbur's first basket. 3.5 minutes gone.
Trying to keep their zone active by moving their arms and their feet. You should take that Bias, I think. They're constantly looking to set up an alley-oop along the baseline.
Beautiful play by Pinckney. Wilbur with it.
Good move. The numbers were not there for the break.
Gary McLean, he's the quarterback and the emotional spirit on this Villanova team. McLean, not there, but Pinckney is. What a rebound, and what a basket, and he was fouled.
One of the amazing things about that basket is that Bias certainly skies. Watch him break through the sound barrier. Excellent play on the scoring the 2 points. Watch Bias come by now. Here he comes. Come on, Bias, get up there, baby. Shot his way down. Could be a 3-point play for easy.
Pinckney had enough English on that as a billiard shot. And he completes a 3-point play. 6 points for Pinckney. And Villanova jumps out to an early 8-2 advantage. 4 minutes gone. Later today, the WBA Championship Boxing. Rocky Lockridge defends his title against Kamal Kouali. Villanova zone.
Here's a 2-1-2 zone with Pinckney playing in the middle. Now watch, he's active on the zone. He favors the outside and then comes on the inside in here and steals the ball. Then watch them fall their lanes for the fast break. Here we go. He's active on the outside. Now watch him come around the inside. Goes along the base side, right side to play. He kicks the ball out. Now watch those lanes. See the lanes being filled?
Back to live action as Branch misses the jumper. A steal by Bias. He's fouled. Bias making the defensive play, and the foul on Pinckney. Len Bias to the line for Maryland. Junior from Landover. Went to Northwestern High School, just a couple of miles. He could walk from his high school to the University of Maryland campus. Boy, Lefty's glad he did. Bias, a 73% free throw shooter, and he's averaging over 19 a game. Leads the team in scoring and rebounds.
I would say he's the #1 draft choice for the #3 position. That's the small forward position, Dick. In the NCAA draft come June or May.
Well, he's got another year left. Hopes he'll stay right here at Maryland.
Oh,
for his senior year.
Excuse me. Lefty, I'm sorry. But he's just outstanding.
8-4 Villanova. 5.5 minutes gone. Dwayne McClain is short. Bias to Gatlin.
Villanova does not want Maryland to get into a transition game.
Gatlin will set it up. He was the North Carolina High School Player of the Year 2 years ago at Grimesland, North Carolina, Conley High School.
Keep a man on the foul line. Stay there, Lewis. Stay there, Lewis. He'll pick on him. Good pick. Now take it.
Branch.
Right.
8-6 Villanova. Branch has his first bucket.
You see Lewis come up from that foul line that time. He can set the pick for the guards, and Branch is such an excellent outside shooter. Hard man-to-man.
Pinckney can't hit the basket, but he was fouled. Appeared to be number 33, Derek Lewis, his second. There's Lewis, an outstanding freshman. He has been a supreme shot blocker for this Maryland team throughout the year. First freshman to start for Lefty Driesell since Larry Gibson back in 1975. Pinckney looking for his 7th point. Part of a basketball doubleheader on NBC today. Georgia Tech, North Carolina for some of you. Illinois, Indiana for others following this game. Out of bounds to Villanova. Lefty Driesell not happy with that call.
That was a good call. Lefty's working on the next call. He's trying to plant a seed in the referee's subconscious that he's being picked on. He's probably saying, I'm home. We got the white uniforms. Give us a call, will you?
Gary McClain shouting out instructions as he sets up the play and pumps a long one-hander. 25-footer for Gary McClain, and it's a 5-point Villanova lead with 5.5 minutes gone.
Let's see if they set him again. Okay, Lewis on the foul line. See if Branch runs his man off him again inside the zone.
Adrian Branch. 2 in a row for Branch, the senior.
Look for Coach Mass to change that defensive set and maybe go to some type of combination to cut down Branch. He's a street player. When he's hot, he's hot.
Mark Plansky in the game for the first time, and Gary McClain hits 2 back-to-back, and it's 13-8 Villanova.
You know, out there, these guys are young guys. When they get a hot hand, they get the confidence. When they don't have the hot hand, they lose confidence. That's what I said when Gatlin missed his first shot. Branch now wants the ball. Bias wants the ball. They are off to the races. I think Villanova's going to have to slow down the pace more.
Len Bias has his 4th point. Villanova's lead is cut to 3 again. Boy, what a day yesterday in college basketball. 4 of the top 10 teams beaten, all by 1 point. McClain not there. He's missed 3 in a row. Gatlin saves for Maryland, and here come the Terrapins. Bias took his eye off the ball as Branch tried to feed him down court.
He tried to do his dance too soon. Now watch this. As he gets the ball, he's trying to do his dance, get set. You've got to first catch the ball before you can do anything. He was already starting to warm up.
13-10 Villanova.
You follow the ball with your eyes into your hands.
Presley with a short jumper, and over the back is Pinckney. And Pinckney has his 2nd foul. Talked about an amazing rash of 1-point losses to top teams in the nation. St. John's, beating Georgetown by 1 here in the nation's capital over at Landover. Texas Tech knocked off number 2 SMU by 1. Dayton beats DePaul by 1. Arizona State in 2 overtimes defeating Oregon State by 1.
They are playing like it's March.
Jeff Atkins, number 10 in for Maryland, and Chuck Everson, 41, 7 feet 1 inch tall, has replaced Pinckney in the middle of that Villanova zone defense. Here comes Branch. Adrian Branch with 6, the senior, who is now the number 4 scorer in Maryland history.
Here's our first look at the zone. 2-3. Lane has a hot hand. He can shoot from out there.
Presley gets a 3rd chance, dishes off. Good work by Harold Presley underneath to keep it alive.
Well, he does many jobs. It's like a blue-collar worker. He really is the glue of this team.
Lansky, the freshman.
Watch for D-Train to get out of the gate.
McLean again. Len Bias with the rebound. Maryland has its first chance for the lead. They got it. Adrian Branch with a spectacular reverse dunk. 8 points for him, and Maryland leads 14-13. Presley. Saved by Dwayne McLean, and a foul on McLean for charging. Second on Dwayne McLean. Let's go back to Branch. Boy, this is off the top of the tree, this Adrian Branch.
You got to protect the back court. The Cats aren't doing it. He's all by himself. He gives a reverse backhand, bang.
And we have a timeout here at Cole Fieldhouse with 11 minutes, 11 seconds left in the first half. Maryland leads for the first time, 14-13. Rare occasion, college athletics, 2 coaches, head coaches with their 2 sons on the active roster. Chuck and Lefty Drizel, R.C. Massimino, his dad, Roley, and of course, man next to me, Al McGuire, his son, Allie. Unlike these 2 youngsters who are both guards but are reserves, they're deep on the bench. You started, Allie.
Well, Allie was, my opinion, obviously, a good ball player, and I'm as proud as these 2 fellas because it's a real love affair starts between you and your son.
Is it tougher on the coach, dad, or is it tougher on the player's son?
It's tougher on the son because in the locker room, a lot of times the coach is always trying to make you take one more step. He's trying to make a man out of boys, and sometimes in the locker room, the kids get a little salty and kind of lower you a little bit, and the kid has to stay there and say nothing.
Oh, what a play. No basket. Apparently on the baseline with the drive was Branch. No, they're going to call a charging foul, and Lefty doesn't like that a bit.
Lefty, I really believe, Lefty, that he slipped a little bit. Let's see if that I think he slipped along the baseline. Let's watch. Right about here, I thought. You see that little slip?
He stepped on the baseline as well. He was out of bounds. 10:45 remaining first half. Villanova trailing for the first time, 14-13 Maryland. Oh, good pass to Presley.
Nice.
Presley can't keep it alive, knocked out of bounds by Jones. I think that Derek Lewis batted it away.
Presley did a couple of disco moves that time. Kept control of his body.
Pinckney back in with the ball. Lansky, the freshman, his first shot. Pinckney, what a rebound!
Nice.
And a foul on Lewis.
I'll say for the 3rd time, nice. that was nice. The fella had a saddle on him in the back. For putt. Watch, it's a missed shot from the outside here. Comes off kind of solid. Now, Easy Ed has the inside. Perfect.
Great timing, wasn't it? I mean, he was up there. That's why they call him Easy Ed. He made that look simple, but he had to have perfect timing and have to fight off a man on his back. And that is the 3rd foul on Derek Lewis of Maryland.
Got to remember that basketball is position. That's why Larry Bird is so good.
Presley loses it out of bounds. Last touch by Presley. Boy, he gets a lot of offensive boards, though, doesn't he?
It keeps it alive. Many, many talents.
32, has replaced Derek Lewis. So it's Gatlin and Atkins in the backcourt. Long, Branch, and Bias for Maryland.
They got those two guys in the baseline looking for the alley-oop, either Branch or Bias.
Gatlin. Bias was trapped underneath. Presley feeds ahead to McLean. He has Pinckney. There it is. Look at that. Pinckney. Control. And he's fouled by Long.
Yeah, he missed a chippy underneath. He might have turned his ankle a little bit. I hope not. Here's a closer shot of it. He had he missed a real easy shot. It seems at certain times his body is like rubber. It just seems to extend, keep going up, like a telescope.
Pinckney limping a bit.
I wonder if he came down on somebody's foot.
There was one foul.
Two.
And there's the other one. Tough to see what happened. Pinckney has been most active. He has 7 rebounds already in this first half and leads in scoring as well with 9, but only 3 of 6 from the line.
It seems that sometimes he drops his foul shot down too low. Let's watch it this time. I think the trajectory should be just a little bit higher. Let's watch the trajectory of the ball this time. Relatively low. I'm not, they go in and go out, Dick, but it seems that it should be a little bit higher.
17-14, Pinckney given a breather, and Everson returns to the Villanova lineup with 9:50 left in the half.
I don't know about that breather that time. When you have a type of slight injury like that, and I hope it's slight, I'd rather see you keep moving around. Keep it warm. You notice he's not sitting down on the bench over there, Dick.
High loft fields for Maryland, breaking out 3-on-1. Villanova, McLean. Well, he's had some tough luck. He's had 3 rattle out.
Here we go. Oh, you missed Bias down court.
Gatlin to Bias. He misses, and Everson rebounds.
No.
Traveling is the call.
Tough call. Because you could have made any one of 3 or 4 different calls then. Swinging elbows, grabbing at him, or walking. I thought no call should have been made there.
Pinckney lips back onto the court.
All right, I owe Roley an apology. They did not sit him down. I thought they'd go over and sit him down. And once you sit down a guy like that with a slight injury, his sweat starts drying, and the injury becomes a permanent type thing.
Tightens up. Presley is out of the lineup. Pinckney in. Terry Long back outside to Gatlin.
Put a guy in the foul line again. That's how you get back in the game.
Adrian Brandt.